Welcome back, everyone, to the lands of Alaire. We hope you're enjoying the adventure for the evening. Hopefully the stream is nice and stable for you. If not, you can always catch it uploaded YouTube on Tuesdays from generally at about 6, right?
5
on YouTube, yeah. So, last we left off, our heroes met with the mayor of Waterwheel and were assigned a new mission to tear down the throne of the Spider King in the southwest of Karadmoren, not too far from Waterwheel itself. They began journeying southwest and met up with a witch of sorts who had a flesh golem guardian who possessed some treatment for the mayor's ailment, which afflicts her. They rested for the night at the side of the road, and in the evening, as you guys lay in your bedrolls and stare up into the starry skies, why don't you throw me a perception check?
Alert.
That's a 8.
6.
22.
Okay.
14.
Alright, so Melee and Jar with your passive perception. Though Melee, you're actually probably keeping guard at the time. You hear some movement in the brushes not too far from you. And you lock eyes with a moment with an elf with blonde hair. And she gets up out of the brush with her bow, an arrow knocked in it, and she goes, "It is you. It's me, Jantel." And she approaches and she goes, "Nice little camp you have set up here. Follow me. About 30 minutes from here, I've made ourselves a forward encampment. A good place to rest." And you trek through the night, presumably getting up and following her upon her back.
Char's gonna grumble about it. We had a good spot.
And wind up making your way into a tree line not too far, and then towards some distant ridges. Jantel has quite the camp set up, already with stacks of wood, a large fire burning, and a few nice tents. And she goes, "I thought you'd be coming, seeing as I didn't return to Waterwheel, potentially to aid me in my mission here. I've been raiding away at the Spider King's patrols in the night. That stone road there, he very much so likes keeping watch over it. I think it's his main source of control over this area. How have you been faring, friend?" She says as she takes a seat on a log.
Very well, we've been missing you.
"Oh, I thought Arena would keep things together back in Waterwheel."
She's done a good job.
Good. And you brought young Clara.
Yes.
I can think of nowhere safer other than with us.
Fair enough. Sometimes you may find that civilization itself is far more dangerous than the open wilds. I think, for now at least, there's miles between us and anything that might want to kill us, whereas in Waterwheel, oh, I'm sure they're right next door."
Assuredly, though, things are going well there. We recently got the lightning gates back up and running. And, many of our friends are finding they quite like it there, and there's good work to be had.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. Now then, and she begins to sharpen away, crafting her own arrows and fletching sticks. And she goes, "What do you know of Drow?"
Half?
Fair enough.
Yes. Well, let's see. What do we know?
Evil?
Evil.
No doubt about that.
Matriarchal?
Usually.
We live underground.
Well, that's all the basics, I suppose.
They make gorgeous babies.
I've heard many tales of their poisons being particularly powerful, though I don't know how true that is.
No, it is true. And the tales are correct, yes. And they often poison their blades and their arrows. And it's quite potent. The materials they find to form their poisons in the Underdark are like none we've seen on the surface. Not only this, but often they learn powerful magics. They're quite adept and have long lives, long enough to study away at the works of other wizards. Most terrifyingly, and most begrudgingly to them themselves, they form monstrosities. They are cursed by a goddess, Loth. Their forms sometimes take those of spiders. The most fearsome creatures.
But the only thing they hate more than us.
It's true. And they very much so favor taking slaves. Another reason I'd like to see this Spider King dead. Now then, is that why you came to join me?
Exactly.
Wonderful. I've overheard talk between them. The Spider King has a fortress not far from here. In his pass. It makes it easy for him to maintain control. Deep within that fortress, something he calls the lamps. It seems he's been struggling away at attempting to get past these lamps. Mine beyond their stations. I don't know exactly what it means, or what he's searching for. I don't know how he rose to power. But, one way or another, he must die.
He's probably not favored of Loth. He's probably a follower of her son.
Is that so?
Yes,
Hmm.
because Loth wouldn't be happy with him climbing to the station that he holds.
No, I don't believe so. I've had many questions about this particular clan. They seem so different than Drow I've known in the past. But no less dangerous.
Well, we're pretty good at storming fortresses.
Well, maybe you are. I don't like the storm. I like to sneak, quiet, like mouse.
Oh, you should
Not
have
make
seen
noise like Tinker's cart. Goodness.
in the past. Not a few weeks ago. Barrels of black powder. That's how they made their way into their most recent fortress. If you're used to sneaking, Jar, I'm afraid you've found interesting company.
Oh boy.
Can you tell me more about the sun?
Well, you see, I don't know everything. I didn't get a full education in the Drow teachings, but
That's alright.
he and his mother, they're sworn enemies, and he is not as dismissive of women as she is of men. But I don't know exactly what the Spider King is doing, other than he kept me in his slave pits, and he's been with my mother, and now it's me.
Alright. Thank you.
Yeah.
Clara, wide-eyed at all the storytelling, goes, Are Drow just evil elves, then?
Not exactly.
A little bit worse.
A little bit worse than evil elves. Interesting. Did they only come out in the night? And Gentel goes, Usually. Though, I did see one while walking the roads in the midday. He was wearing a strange cap. No, not that one. It was around here. And I don't think he was a half-breed either. Maybe a scout, but... Like I said, these Drow seem so different in their traditions and their means of making war than others I've seen in the past. Hell, most Drow I've ever seen, I had to hunt down 1,000 feet underground.
Thank goodness we won't have to.
I think.
Hopefully.
How far down have they mined now?
How far down were they last time you were there?
They're quite a ways down. Yeah, hundreds of feet at least.
And when was that? Some time ago, I'm sure.
About 2 decades.
He's a persistent fellow, I'll give him that. This Spider King. Whatever he's searching for, he must be quite intent on either finding it or dying trying.
Why do you think he raids so much? He needs to always add to his slave supply. He's not an easy master.
True. This is all the more concerning.
Well, his time has come. We're going to kill him, and then we're going to meet with all 3 members of the Order of Swords.
Really? With
They
Variac?
hope. They hope. They're far too trusting a bunch.
all the way up in Steelhammer Stronghold. Well, that'll be quite the march, but, well, if you could get them as allies, I'd say our time in Karadmoren would be just about wrapped up. Well, we could make our way south, or wherever the hell we please.
I'd like to visit the south.
South sounds good.
Sounds hot.
Sumedia. Yes, Elenvir. Oh, it's the home of my ancestors many, many centuries ago. Since then we moved to Tynethra, but the city is so gorgeous. Sumedia, the old stone, the arching temples. I do love it so, and I long to see it.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully. Though, Karadmoren isn't as bad as I thought it may be. The Sarengar was full of rebels, of course. Karadmoren has its monsters, but I find we're quite proficient at living in lands like this.
I have a feeling your kind could make yourselves home pretty much anywhere.
We try.
I'd prefer a city. With clean beds, warm food, roof overhead. Saucy young wenches. There's none of that here.
No.
Melee flicks a rock.
My goodness, the insects out here!
And, Chantel, clearing her throat, you can see that she's rejuvenated by her time in the woods. She goes, I think it's about time I actually get some rest in. You can all pick away at your tents. We'll see you in the morning.
How many tents are there?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
The one is more of a kind of wood storing hut. That's for Clara. You don't know how to swing a sword.
I'll take one of the tents. And say, don't disturb me.
As you place your immovable rock.
I thought you were going to say sock.
Don't disturb me.
No.
Melee, perhaps you should take one with Clara.
I was planning to.
Oh, that brown. Alright. Yeah.
Boom. So yes, you all managed to find your individual tent. And,
Why did Chantel get the mansion?
She set
Because
it
she
up.
set it all up!
I don't
Alright.
mind. I can sleep out of the stars.
Fair enough. And hours pass quietly. The moon rising higher in the sky and glowing brightly among the tree leaves around you, and occasionally when you step outside to stretch or get a look around, you see that the night is well lit. And as the hours pass, eventually, I'll need another perception check. What'd you guys get?
24.
14.
13.
7.
This time it's you, Jar. You and Melee trade very proficient perception checks. So, something is encroaching. Something is, in fact, circling around this area. Slight footsteps, creeping footsteps. Something is approaching.
Alright, who's next to me in the tents?
Looks like Melee and Clara are pretty much directly next to you.
Melee and Clara.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snoring away.
I can hear the noise over there. Sounds Clara was making
So,
a nice sharing escape.
Jar's going to crawl over and just kind of whisper into the tent, get up, we're about to be attacked.
Great. So I'm gonna have Clara have her stay, and I'm going to sneak out of the tent with my bow.
Okay.
I want to shoot arrows through Leander and Erlon and Gilroy's tents to get their attention at the top.
Just rapid fire. Just boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Yes.
Fair
Do
enough.
I need to roll for that?
No,
as
you
well?
can hit the tents, no doubt.
Perfect. So I just get your attention.
All right.
You recognize my arrow coming through.
Yeah.
That's Mainly's arrow.
That were to know that.
Only she has arrows
You
like
know, I'll,
that.
I tie one of my dragon scales to each arrow.
Okay.
We have to send messages. They're right across the camp.
They're right there. Well, it's quiet, so they don't know we're doing this yet.
Fair enough.
We'd
Okay.
all be undressed now, wouldn't we?
Not necessarily. I mean, you're a heavy armor master, but you could quickly don your armor.
Okay.
And most of it's
upon full
magic,
morning.
so like you can assume it's probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
Chantel gets up, hearing the commotion. How would you guys like to be positioned, seeing as you noted the ambush before he came? Just kind of back to back around the campfire? Or
No, like I
anybody
hear
go up
noises
and
all
face
around.
it? Seems like it, yeah.
Try to. Jar's probably gonna try to hide between the two tents to the north
Okay.
of the map.
We'll dash up this way.
A little bit further back, kind of midway between the two tents.
Oh.
Yeah, right there.
Erlon, back towards the plane.
Yeah. Can I be positioned close to the tent that Clara's in?
Sure. Up here. Gilroy, Leander, any movement?
No, I think Leander's just getting up.
All right.
Yeah, I'll turn out and put on bring my goggles down.
The goggles.
Oh God.
Yes.
Night. Is this ridge to the east? We're at the top of it or the bottom?
You are at the bottom of it. Yeah, it extends up. Yep, there's a great many of them, including some driders, some very stealthily approaching drow have pretty much encircled the encampment, and it is time to throw that initiative.
Yeah, you did. Maybe they'll run right past.
Ooh.
Okay.
Melee,
13.
13. Erlon,
16.
16. Jar,
20.
20. Gilroy,
16.
16.
I have a lower dex.
Leander,
13.
13. Driders, a 9.
You're all before them?
17.
Excuse me.
Boom! Jar, you're first.
So these guys appear they're 10 feet apart,
Yeah.
and the Driders about 20 behind them, or
15.
15. So can I try to drop a fairy fire in the middle of them?
Sure.
Yep, so I'll try to drop a fairy fire in the middle of the Driders and the two forward, just straight up drow, right?
Alright, yep.
Probably I'll succeed.
The Drider actually failed.
Okay.
So the Drider begins glowing purple.
Excellent.
Boom. I put a little lightning bolt on there, but I may forget, so keep in mind that Drider has advantage against her. Now it is the Drow. Or actually, would you like to,
I want to try to, yeah, I'm going to run back towards Clara's tent
Okay.
as far as I can. So can I get to about the southwest of that tent
Oh, yeah.
behind Erlon?
About there?
Yeah, that looks good.
Cool. Now the Drow. This one's gonna run right up to you, Leander.
Sweet.
This one's gonna run right over towards Jantel, who pulls out her dagger, getting ready to get into some melee. This Drider runs over here with a longbow. Actually, not Drider's turn. My bad. Didn't put them together.
Right.
This one's running around down the south side. This one comes up over the north side. these two. They could almost make it to you, Erlon. Run between those tents. This one comes up this way. So I have an attack against Chantel and an attack against Leander. What is your AC, Leander?
23.
One of them hits you for 11 damage, which is reduced to 7. And then Chantel. We need more D20s. She gets hit once for 11 damage. Which brings us to Erlon.
So I swing Bloodletter over my head, and I yell, "Malara, help me keep my friends safe," and summon her by my side.
Yes.
And go into a rage.
All right.
And I'm just gonna charge right to the two in front of me.
Okay.
Still keeping the tent that Clara's in line of sight. Because
Definitely.
I've heard Drow like to carry people away in the night. So. And yeah, I'm gonna swing at the one on the left, try to hack its head from its shoulders.
Okay.
24.
Yes.
16 damage.
16.
Swing again. That is 21.
Yep.
11 more damage.
For 11.
Nice.
Yes, two very proficient hacks as you break through their defenses. They have very thin, curved rapiers, which they appear to be quite proficient with, standing in fighting
That's one of the
stances,
right there.
though you do hack right into this one, which brings us to Gilroy. Gilroy, they are just like invading the camp, just marching in force.
Yeah, and as they march in, a blue haze settles on the camp, and in a 40-foot cube. And I'd like to hit as many as 6 drow with slow.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's but 6 right here in the camp.
Okay. Wisdom saves.
Wisdom saves. What's the DC?
15.
So this one, one of the ones fighting Erlon, the one fighting Leander, and the one just north of Leander becomes slowed.
Yes, so they have -2 to AC and dexterity. They can't take reactions. They can either take an action or a bonus, and no more than 1 attack.
All right.
Oh, and they can't. Their movement speed is garbage too. I forget what the details are
Garbage.
exactly. But,
Yeah, they begin to move with just a sluggish motion, this trail of blue haze following them about, which will bring us to Melee.
I want to move kind of out in front of the tent that, like to the side where Clara is.
Sure.
And I want to try and hit the Drider that's coming forward.
This one in the...
The one that's been...
Oh, the one that's been,
fired.
yep, fairy fired, definitely.
Yeah.
But there's more than one driver.
There is one up this way as well, and then one over that way.
So I get advantage.
You have advantage because he's glowing.
I'm
Right.
going to use Sharpshooter.
Okay?
9.
Not quite.
Gonna try again.
Okay.
There
Oh,
you
there
go.
we go. 22.
Yes. Yeah, that's gonna work out.
Okay. That's a plus 15?
Mhm, yep.
Okay, so it's 20...
Okay. It's been a lot of... I'm throwing a 17, dealing 17 damage. Throwing 22, dealing 22 damage.
yeah.
Okay, so that's your turn, Melee, slinging some arrows up to the north into the tree line, and you hear this Drider screech out as one of them pierces into its body, which will bring us to Leander.
Right, and these guys are slowed.
They are slowed.
I'll use Frostbrand,
Okay.
and so I'll get an extra d6 to damage. And I'll swing down on this guy.
Sounds good.
A 25.
Yes.
I will cut him down. I'll use a level 1 Divine Smite.
Sounds good.
I don't know why I felt like I had to reduce their AC.
8,
They are pretty quick.
13, 14, 18 damage.
18 damage.
And I'll swing on him again. Nat 20.
Nice.
And I'll do the same. Alright. For a second there, I was like, do I have to roll double the amount of dice? I was like, that's going to be way too many dice. Oh, there we go. 6, 14, so 20, 30, 42, 46.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you got him.
Yeah. You give one divine stab into his gut, and when he reels over, you lop his head right off, and he falls to the ground, quite dead. Yeah. Go Torm. Which brings us to the Driders. This Drider's gonna skitter on over this way, and she's gonna shoot a short bow at you twice. Oof. Not one. And a miss. The Strider up yonder, glowing brightly, is going to charge in around this tent and down to you, Erlon. She jumps on top of the tent, causing some of her legs to drill into it and bash it into the ground, and she's going to try and bite you. She's going to miss. She's going to try and stab you. She's going to hit, which does, let me check real quick, 14, 7 damage. Ow. Yeah. That's the Drider's turn, which brings us to Jar. Just south of melee.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I can't. How far would it be to sneak around the backside of the tent to try to get a sneak attack from on the Drider?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get to... yeah, you could easily get to here.
So I'll just go to the corner then. Just
Okay.
be on that and kind of hide behind the corner.
Definitely.
So, shall I roll the hide?
Sure.
13.
You're good.
Alright, so then I'm rolling. Oh, I already had advantage now. Advantage with my crossbow. And, ooh, yes, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh!
So,
All
sneak
those
attack.
damage
6, 8, 10, so it's a total of 20 on the
Nice.
sneak attack.
Okay, yeah. That crossbow sinks deep into her, it's not an abdomen, right?
Yeah, that's
Spiders have an
thorax.
abdomen? Yeah, not a thorax, yeah.
Aaron, you'd be the one to ask.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Good. Yes. Deep into her abdomen. What's that?
It would be a 24. I forgot the proficiency.
24.
And,
Dex.
Dex.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Boom.
Alright.
I'm getting those bits all over the place for nat 20s now. Which brings us to the Driders. 2 attacks against Erlon from that. Actually, the slowed one will do his first. He misses. Then the 2 attacks from the non-slowed one. 1 hits for 6 damage. The slowed one moves up to you, Leander. That's all he got.
Right?
That one mostly misses Gentel. This one steps over the body of his fallen comrade, turns towards you. And yeah, he'll be making 2 attacks, I suppose. One hits for 11, 7.
Malara's gonna,
Block some of that?
yeah. 10.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
None.
No damage. Malara completely deflects it. Despite being the ghost of an old woman.
She's not an ancestor for nothing.
Exactly. No, she earned that spot. And this one won't be grieving.
Oh no.
Which brings us to Erlon.
Yeah, so I've heard tales of these things before, but I've never seen them in real life. So just the shock of this half spider. The only thing I can equate it to in my mind is what a centaur should look like.
Yes.
And this is like horrifying. So I redirect my vision from the one that I've been slashing, and out of fear, just recklessly hack at this one because it just repulses me.
Oh,
It's my
no
core.
doubt.
So that is 25
Yes.
for for 18 damage.
Okay. Nearly got it.
Hack one more time with Bloodletter.
So he jumps on the tent. Here's-
That's my tent!
Oh, I have advantage.
Because it's
oh, it's glowing, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. That was a 5 before. No, I missed either way.
Whoosh! Yeah, after that absolutely massive blow that carves down its chest and into from the drow part of its body to the spider part of its body, and it oozes a yellow ichor, growling and groaning as it steps back. And that'll bring us to Gilroy.
Of course, Gilroy. The finisher.
Yes, I see the the bleeding out Drider on top of the tent, but I remember what Erlon said about stealing glory. So I will turn my attention to some of the guys that have been slowed, I think. Probably, I don't know. One of the guys that's been slowed, I will hold out my quarterstaff, my regular old
I
quarterstaff.
was gonna say,
Yeah, never got.
you don't have a wizard staff
No.
or anything.
And unleash some scorching rays
Okay.
at one guy. Number? That's a 9. 18. And 19.
Okay.
So 2 hit. 2?
Yep. Which one are you attacking?
Any one of them that's been slowed.
Okay.
It's hard for me to tell. Really. But
there's one next to Leander, one next to Leon.
16.
16 damage.
Nice.
Two of them slam into this thing's chest, heating his armor, burning away at his skin, which brings us to melee.
That Drider, that's almost
Yeah, that one right on top of you.
going to use Sharpshooter.
Okay.
2 18s, so.
Well, I hit it.
Okay. Let's just see how much you killed it.
16.
Enough. That one sends it rearing back. It slams into the ground, its legs curling inward like a spider's. He's quite dead.
I had that melee.
Was that 2 attacks?
No, that
No,
was
that's
one.
just
That's
the one.
one. That's
So.
right. I have another. The one that's directly in front of Erlon. That he's
Okay.
She's hit these guys before, though, so
with
it's...
Sharpshooter. 13?
Not quite.
12. Anyway.
Yeah, he managed to dodge that one as it goes whizzing right past him. Which brings us to Leander.
Alright. What am I gonna do?
Managed to cut one down in one move last time.
Yeah, is the one in the red cape any different?
No, seemingly these are all just drow
Right.
scout soldiers.
Alright, just making sure he doesn't have, like, something different about him.
Nope.
Just a better fashion sense. I'll take a swing at the slowed one.
Okay.
10.
No.
No.
Whoosh.
Take another swing. 18.
Yes.
And I'll make it a level 2.
Sounds good.
It's when the divine energy builds up. When I miss a swing, it just carries on over onto the next one. Wait a minute. That's 120. That is a good roll. 16, 23, 26, 29, 33. 33 damage.
33 damage.
Nice.
You cut this thing deep, nearly chopping its arm off as you hack into its shoulder. Which brings us to the Driders. That one Drider is curled up quite dead. This one comes running up, stamping in between these two tents. It goes down right on top and bends a longbow just above, aiming right down at Erlon. It'll be making 2 attacks. It misses horribly. And then, right behind you, Melee, one crawls up on top of the wood pile and reaches for Clara.
What?
You're supposed to be in the tent.
She is in the tent. It reaches into the tent. Clara seems to be struggling back, kicking away at it with her feet and trying to stay in a corner that keeps her safe. It seems to be reaching around down there, which will bring us from them to Jar.
So,
Can you see what's going on with the...
I'm guessing Jar could hear the
Yeah, no
commotion.
doubt. Yeah.
So, Jar will kind of step over into the tree area. Is that enough foliage in the tree that I can hide from? Or
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll hide.
Yep.
22.
You beat her.
Okay, so rolling with advantage with the crossbow. 15. So that's a 22 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so 6 plus 4, so that's 10. 14.
14 damage.
Nice.
And the thing screeches out, turning in your direction. Which brings us to the drow themselves. 1 attack against Erlon. That's going to hit for 6 damage. 2 attacks. Another 1 hit for 6 damage. 2 attacks against Leander. 1 for 11 for 7. And 1 is a miss.
Erlon remembers Melee mentioning something last time and knowing that Leander can handle himself. We'll see if something worse happens.
Alright. That is their turn. Actually, this one
Yep, sneaky one.
continues creeping. Keeping watch down this way. Which brings us to Erlon.
Yeah, so seeing the other Drider trying to get to me, and these 2 foes in front of me, I just hack Bloodletter down
Definitely.
recklessly on the guy in front of me to try to get through to the Drider. And 16?
16 will hit.
Was that an 18 or was it? I don't know. I think it was, I rolled an 18 altogether, or 16 altogether, sorry. So, 10 damage.
Okay.
I guess I'll hack at him again, trying to get through.
Sure.
And that is 18.
18 to hit?
Yep,
Got him.
for 11 more damage.
You have defeated said drow.
And I will move up to the Drider
Okay.
with my move action.
Yeah, you don't have to suffer any attacks of opportunity or anything, as you actually stay adjacent. And that one is slow.
I was saying
anyway,
he's
so
slow.
you can't take reactions, even if you wanted to. Very nice. So yeah, Erlon, in your blood rage, you cut down another one of the drow, making your way towards the Drider monstrosity in the back. Gilroy, your go.
Well, I suppose I'll have been drawn to the sound of Clara.
Yeah, struggling away.
Yeah. And I will say, "Leave her alone!" and then banish the Drider.
You got her. Boom. You gone. Now you have to maintain
I
concentration.
do, for a minute, or else she comes back.
Okay.
So, 10 rounds.
Melee, the Drider is gone.
Disappeared. Can I see the one that's behind that tent? that's
Yeah,
moving
you
around?
definitely could.
Okay, I'm going to try to hit
Sounds good.
with sharpshooter.
All right.
14.
Not quite.
Alright, try again. Same thing.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
23.
Yeah.
19.
For 19 damage. Sinks deep into her chest. That's your 2 attacks. Anything more you want to do? Reposition or?
No, I can see almost everyone.
Yeah, pretty
from
much
where I
everyone
am,
from right
so
there.
I'm good.
Cool. Leander.
I'll take another swing at the slowed one.
Okay.
A nat 20. So I'll make it a level 1
Is that
divine
your one
swing.
bit?
Yep, swing down on this guy.
Let's see it.
I really... 12... 9... No, 7... 18... 18... 30... He's gonna be dead.
Yeah, you have 14 health left, so
Yep.
you cut him down, another head rolls to the ground. You find yourself becoming quite proficient at putting your sword where drowned necks are.
Apparently.
You have another attack?
Yep, so I'll swing at the guy next to me.
Sure.
12.
12.
No.
Nay. Boom, there we go. Which will bring us from Leander. Oh, Leander and Melee got mixed up. There we go. Bring us from Leander to the Driders. One's gonna try and bite you. Miss.
Bite?
Yeah, no, it's not actually a bite. They don't actually bite attacks. That'd be ridiculous. And slash down at you with a curved short sword, which she will be hitting for 7 damage with your rage. That one is banished, so that's the end of the Drider's turn. Which brings us to the top of the round with Jar. Jar, that Drider that you were just concerned with, has disappeared from this realm of reality.
So there's what, one drow?
Yeah, you do see this guy down here. He seems to have been staying to the outskirts, much with the same intention as if he wanted to try and steal away Clara.
10, 15, 20.
He also does not seem to note you.
Okay, so I'd still be hidden.
Yes, oh yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just take a shot from where I'm at then, if he doesn't seem to observe me.
Sounds good.
16.
16 will hit.
Actually, it's 15. Sorry, I misread that. So it'd be 15 total.
Okay.
Okay, so that hits still?
Let me check actually. No, that would miss.
Okay.
Would have hit a Drider. That one goes whizzing right past him. He looks around startled. But among the chaos and commotion of this camp battle, it seems like he can't really get a pin down on you, especially seeing as you didn't actually hit him. Which brings us to the Drow. 2 attacks against Leander. 2 misses. Actually, holy crap. Chantel may very well. I've been rolling her stuff alongside the Drow. Oh, wow. Yeah, she does. 24, 28. She sticks this one down, sends it into the dirt.
I remember her being pretty good
Yeah.
in melee.
She hates drow.
And she hits drow.
This one, however, behind you, Orlon, is going to get a natural 20 as he stabs into your back, which means he's going to be dealing 11 damage.
Wow. Wow.
Be a lot scarier if I said 22 to one of you guys. But for him, 11. Which ends the Drow's turns and brings us to Gilroy.
Okay, I think I will, satisfied that I made that Drider disappear, I will Scorching Ray the slowed drow behind Erlon.
Okay.
That just hit Erlon. It's a 20.
Whoop.
Not natural.
Oh.
13. And 18.
2 hits, like
Yep,
always.
always good for 2D or for 46. For a total of 12 damage.
12 damage.
Dang.
Woo.
Man, that sucks. Second level spell.
Hasn't been doing
12
good for you
damage.
today.
No. It's okay.
Erlon.
So even though my adrenaline was pumping and it blocked out a lot of that, I definitely know that I was pierced in a very sensitive area.
Yeah, you can
so,
feel the warmth of the blood drip down from your back.
So I just reflexively turn and recklessly hack and go right for the neck with my greater weapon fighting.
Awesome.
So that's a 10.
Not that time.
Alright, just a regular attack. Chop at him.
That was right next
10.
to it. Erlon, I've seen you roll so many of the numbers next to the 20 on that die tonight.
Yep.
Whoosh, whoosh. This one manages to dodge about your strikes. Melee, your go.
The one that's creeping around looks like it's going to
Yeah,
try to
it
take
looks...
Clara.
Yep.
Going to use sharpshooter.
Sounds good.
14.
Not quite.
Same thing.
Oof.
No. Natural one.
Not quite.
Okay.
You could, however,
Action surge.
yeah, action surge if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing.
So 2 more
First one
attacks.
just didn't happen.
No, yeah.
It's fine.
Retcon that.
Nice.
23.
Okay, yes, definitely will hit.
So 17.
17 damage.
And then same thing with the extra attack.
Okay.
22.
Yes, that'll hit.
18.
I only know because you've rolled 17s and 18s probably
So
like 10 times.
The first 2 arrows, the first one goes flying into the woods. Thinking quick, you knock another. This one just badly drawn, badly shot, sinks into the ground before you, and then you focus in, take a breather, and sink 2 arrows deep into this drow's chest. This is just because he was,
I was shocked. It was in like my
Yeah,
peripheral.
exactly. You just barely caught him, and you were like, oh crap! Shot some arrows and managed to get him. Leander, your go.
Take a swing at this guy.
Okay.
16?
Not quite. Or actually, yes. Yep, I'll do it.
Worried.
Or actually, just enough.
Just barely. Use the last of my first level divine energy.
Okay.
Swinging it down on him. 10, 15. I'll re-roll this. It was just a little... just fine. So 15, 22, 26 damage.
26. Slice, another divine wound.
Was that the first? That
That was your first attack, yeah.
And a 12.
Whoosh!
Yep.
Brings us to the Drider. She's gonna try and slash down on you, Erlon. And she's gonna hit once for 7 damage. Slowly chipping away.
Looks like I'm getting down there.
Yeah. The other one is banished to another realm, so that brings us to Jar.
Jar, is it still hidden from that?
Yep, you didn't hit him. So, looks like it. He's certainly most distracted with melee at the moment.
So, going to try to take another shot.
Sounds good.
18.
18 will hit.
Okay, so that's 7, 16.
Got him.
Nice.
You feel slight pride wash over you as you drop one of the Spider King's men to the ground. Which brings us to the Drow. 1 attack against Erlon. A miss. 2 attacks against Leander. 1 hit. For 7.
Malara's gonna move in front for 7.
For nothing.
Woo!
It's pretty awesome tonight.
Yeah, right?
Just killing it.
Keep swatting away the attacks. Well, that takes us away from the Drow and to Gilroy.
Well, I got one more Scorching Ray, so let's hit that slowed one.
And Slowby.
This is gonna do it. Gilroy mutters under his breath. Nope, that's 9.
Not quite.
That's a trick die.
Yeah.
17
Yes.
and 25.
Yes.
2d6 or 46.
I think your
24
fireballs
potential
would've done
damage
better.
Yeah. 13.
He's almost dead. Tonight you're like the primer instead of the finisher. Erlon.
So yeah, I'm not panicking, but I'm definitely getting more frustrated with these like stab tap tactics from each of these guys.
Yeah, they keep turning you around.
Mhm. But I am gonna recklessly again attack this one drow. I'll be like, enough is enough! And that is unnatural 20.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So sorry. 19 damage.
Okay, you practically bisect this one, chopping down straight through his skull, into his chest. He is quite dead.
Gilroy, shoot you a look.
Daggers back in my rage. And I turn my attention to the Drider and just...
Do you get a bonus attack for killing that one in your rage as well?
Yeah,
Or
I
is it
do,
just-
actually.
Yeah, so you can make 2 more attacks.
Yeah, so okay. So I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Keeps going.
Yep.
If we were fighting goblins,
You would never have to stop.
That one definitely misses. It was an 11.
Okay.
you're a way better finisher.
And that is 21.
Okay.
yeah, we get way more out of finishing them than
For 12 damage.
12.
just that you're able to target.
Chop.
Yeah.
Which brings us to melee. A crossbow bolt comes flying out from the tree line over that way, drops that one. You have a feeling Jar's got your back.
Safe to assume. So I'm going to turn around, and the Drider that's been attacking Erlon,
Yep.
going to use Sharpshooter.
Sounds good.
18.
Okay.
16 damage.
For 16 damage. Sounds pretty good. Try to rear his back. You have another attack?
Yes, same
Yes.
thing with Sharpshooter. 16.
Yes, indeed.
19 damage.
For 19 damage, you nearly kill it. Sinking 2 arrows straight into its chest, into its abdomen as it rears back. You see an opportunity, and yeah, right into the vital organs of this thing, which will bring us from melee to Leander.
Right, and I will swing
You
down
have
on this
stalwartly been a good wall for the camp here.
guy. Thanks to Malara.
Yes.
Ooh, that one.
Whoosh.
Swing again.
That should be 20 bits.
22.
Okay.
And using the last of my divine energy, my blade.
That's what you said last, Divine.
The last of my strong divine energy.
Now I'm tapping into the weak stuff.
My mediocre god power.
Yeah.
Right now, Torm's really blessing this one. Blade glowing white hot as he brings it down, cutting through his armor. 16, 23, 29, 33 damage.
Got him. Yeah,
And doing
Show
that the
off.
whole night.
for real. Which brings us to the Drider, who finds herself to be the only living creature allied with her left in this area, and begins to skitter away, permitting you an attack of opportunity, Erlon.
Ew.
Right. And of course I miss.
Throw your axe at it.
Alright, if I can do that.
You can.
Okay.
It's having a hard time limping away.
Magic missile.
Your magic missile.
Yeah.
Erlon walks over and grabs his axe.
May I?
Yes.
Still raging. because I'm so
Frickin'
mad.
axes! Don't hit anything.
Yeah, and the Drider that was banished is gonna enjoy an eternity in a neutral plane. Jar, you probably
Sucks.
Yeah, right? Like, that's a rough spell, man.
I have a question. Do they all go to the same neutral plane if they're from here? like, do they end up
It's just
like
a big
in
arena.
the
Right.
It's like a
It's my
community.
zoo.
Send me in there! I want to go!
I want to fight. Banish me.
The
Maybe you
Banishment
can just
King.
Stop concentrating before that minute.
That's a
whenever,
pretty
like,
good idea for an adventure.
Just
The Banishment King, like, he's got this whole realm of his own.
Just a bunch of,
banishes people.
he's got
to-
all this armor from different...
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Maybe someday. Anyway, the camp goes quiet. And Gentel, scouting about with her wide, glowing elvish eyes, seems to be convinced that everything is in the clear now. She begins bandaging up her wounds, and she goes, "Well, we've seen the mettle of our enemies here. Quite interesting."
There were no drow at the camp that we had before.
No, I must admit, I chose this position because I thought they may become easily distracted by the campfire, make their way over here, instead of patrolling the roads. I know it may seem counterintuitive, but, well, I needed to get some killing in.
Well, you could have let us know you were going to use us as bait.
Yes, especially upon seeing you brought Claire up, but as usual, my faith was well placed in you. Well fought, friends, well fought.
Some friends you have.
And it is still pretty dusky out, or late into the night. Soon enough, it'll be morning and the sun rising. Unless there's anything more that you would like to do, you'll retire to your tents.
I think that's...
Probably the idea.
Yeah.
With that, you know, as you reach a restful sleep, with the tents blocking the wind and a chance to actually have some private time to contemplate to yourself, that soon enough you will be facing a rather grand enemy, the Spider King himself, infiltrating his fortress and making your way deep underground to liberate the area of his influence and his presence, and to finally gain the complete trust of the mayor of Waterwheel, a knight of the Order of Swords. That's all I have written for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We do this every Sunday at 6. If you haven't followed already, be sure to do so. Follow our Twitch and make sure that you're in on our t-shirt giveaway. And this also gets uploaded every Tuesday at 5 o'clock to YouTube. You can go ahead and rewatch it there. It's a nice, steady stream. And a good chance to be able to just recap or see episodes you haven't seen in a while. You can find us. It's Freakopolis Network on YouTube.
Yeah, /Freakopolis Network.
But, yeah, Freakopolis on Twitch, Freakopolis Network on YouTube. We're also on...
Yeah, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know, if you're liking what you see or you're interested in our store, the Comic and Game Store in Whitehall, New York, the Freakopolis Geekery, open 5 days a week. You know, check us out on some of these social medias. You can also go to Freakopolis.com and find Freakopolis stickers, Freakopolis t-shirts, tons of gaming supplies and books.
Whole deal.
Yeah, we have some really cool all ages books, colored books. There's all sorts of cool geeky stuff on there. And it would be great if you enjoyed the show that you support us.
Yeah,
Consider
so-
subscribing as well. That gets us, you know, every bit helps.
Definitely.
Keeps the show running.
And as for Joined by Gaming,
We're joined by gaming. We promote positivity in the gaming community, and we're currently trying to raise money for the Bernard and Millie Ducker Children's Hospital in Albany. You can find out more about that on our website, joinedbygaming.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, just Joined by Gaming.
yep, so you can find them Joined by Gaming, Facebook and Instagram. You guys have a lot of cool events and stuff that you have scheduled, so definitely look into those and help support an awesome cause. Another piece of content to look out for is Jar's Journal, which we've been attempting. I had a rough time editing and reviewing it this week, but we've been attempting to put those out on a semi-regular basis, and it's a really cool insight into this journey and Jar as a character and stuff. Definitely an enjoyable read, and I encourage you to check it out. Finally, a big thanks to our father, who puts in a bunch of editing, all the live work on this show. It cannot be done without him. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you next week.